Hello and welcome to Access Paranormal. My name's Jamie Williams. Joining me in the studio, we've got Jonathan Sullivan.
Hello, Jamie.
And we've also got this week Marie Spriggs.
Yeah, I'm back.
Yeah, she's awake as well.
I am.
Sure, she's just not woke up off that couch.
I know, yeah, she's been there for the last couple of weeks.
I know.
We just left her there to sleep. But yeah, we've got a good show coming up this week. We've got our investigation we did last week, Jonathan.
Very interesting
It's
indeed.
the second part of it, which is fantastic. I mean, some of the stuff we captured on that last week was great, the footsteps and that.
Yeah, brilliant.
And I think you listened to it, Marie, didn't you? And
I listened to some of it, but I didn't
footsteps.
hear it all, so I'm looking forward to
No.
listening to the rest of it.
So yeah, that's a really good one. That's coming up in about 5 minutes' time.
Yeah.
And then we've also got Dark Territory here.
We certainly have.
Brilliant.
Dark Territory. You've got Sean Kenna, Sean Owen, and Karl Hassall. And Karl's also got Dark Arts.
That's right.
We did a little bit of an interview with them, didn't we, before they started to do their filming. And how good were they?
Absolutely brilliant. So professional.
Oh, superb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really,
So if
really
anybody
good.
wants to go and pick up on Dark Territory and Dark Arts, just go onto YouTube.
Yeah.
Because they're both on YouTube and they are superb. Completely different kinds of filming. But Dark Territory, they've been to the series 1's there now, and they just come into film series 2.
Yeah.
And we're going to be doing a little bit of a ghosty with them, aren't we? A little bit of a ghost hunts.
We are.
So-
Good, I'm
Can't
looking forward
wait.
to that.
I know, it'd be great.
They're quite professional, well, very professional.
Very
aren't they? They
professional,
come
yeah,
across and
superb.
everything.
Yeah.
Very focused.
And if you haven't seen them, get onto YouTube. Highly, highly recommend both of them. Both Karl's Dark Arts and Sean Karl. There's
And
two
Sean.
Sean's, isn't there?
There is.
Sean Kenna, Sean Owen, and Karl Hassall.
Yeah.
I'll get there in the end,
You
it's
will.
too-
You will.
it's too complicated, but yeah, they're a must. If you haven't seen them, go and watch them and listen to the interview with them later on. It was brilliant. Really enjoyed doing that interview with them.
Yeah. Brilliant.
And next week we've got a Dark Territory special, haven't we? Because we're doing a full investigation with them.
Yeah.
Never been done.
No.
So I'm looking forward to that as well.
Really, I
It's going to
can't
be
wait
brilliant.
for this.
But changing the subject a little bit.
Yeah.
Watch much YouTube, as we say at the beginning of every single show. I know Marie has, because she's been sitting and watching them with me. But what about yourself?
Yeah. I've been watching a little bit, yeah.
Mm.
A little bit of Randonautica.
Random Nautica, yeah.
Yeah. A little bit of Mindseed. There's a new one out the other day. And I've also watched the Cecil Hotel. I'm going to say not so much paranormal, but it
Interesting.
could be. Paranormal groups have been there.
Well, yeah, Ghost Adventures
Ghost
went, didn't he?
Adventures, yeah. Very, very interesting program on Netflix.
Yeah, it's 4 parts, as you said.
4 episodes.
I've seen the first episode. I mean, that was really good.
Yeah.
I don't want to say too much about it because it's a
intriguing.
must. It is.
It's
is
very,
intriguing,
very
isn't it?
intriguing.
Mm-hmm.
Gets
But
more
worth watching.
interesting as it goes on.
Yeah.
That's all I'm
Looking
going
forward
to say.
to it.
Yeah, I want to watch the rest of it now as well. Yeah.
You should
But
do.
going back to that Random Nautica, we've talked about it a few times on the show now.
We have.
And Karl, who's out there, they're just doing some filming and testings and things like that.
He's done.
Dark Arts, he's done Random Nautica, hasn't he? And we won't say what he said, but he talks about it in the interview later on.
Yeah.
I'm still tempted to have a go.
Do you know what? I think once the weather gets a little bit better and restrictions
It's about all.
ease
You've
off a
got
little
to
bit.
Try it.
Yeah.
We've got to. We've got to go out and give it a go.
Yeah.
Even if it's just for a laugh.
Yes.
Should we do it? When we do it, we'll record it as well, like we're doing this. And
why not?
I mean, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. We don't have to play it, do we? It's just one of those things. It's worth a try.
Yeah.
But YouTube, I've watched quite a bit on YouTube lately.
Go on then, what have you been watching?
Well, it's nothing to do with Ghost Hunting. I watch Young Bloods.
That is good, isn't it?
I thought you were going to say
Young
young something else then,
Yeah.
Jamie.
No. Just off the cuff, Young Bloods.
And
He's
what's the
over
other
in
one
Australia.
and what's the other one we watch as well? Fish Locker.
Fish Locker.
Oh,
Brilliant.
Fish Locker,
Yeah.
Yeah. It's got nothing to do with ghost hunts, but I
No.
thought we'd give them a mention. They're well worth watching, yeah.
Well worth
Yeah.
watching.
So, yeah.
Oh, good.
Back to paranormal, though. Before we go over in a minute,
Yeah.
last week's one,
I know.
the footsteps and the
good.
things downstairs. I mean, it was on last week's show, so
Yeah.
people will be able to watch that on YouTube, won't they?
They'd be able to
They
listen
will.
to it, Jamie.
Yeah, they'll be able to.
Even this, yeah, that's,
Well, in a few weeks' time, when this podcast goes onto YouTube, there's going to be a little bit of a video going on as well.
oh yeah, because you captured some stuff, didn't you, on the
Yeah.
YouTube? The cat ball flashing on
Yeah,
and off.
that's right. Yeah, so
Well
we'll have to
worth
watch
watching.
that as well.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. It's well worth watching.
Yeah.
Mhm.
To be there and to see what was happening was brilliant. And even tonight, when we were interviewing Dark Territory,
We had what
we
was
all
like
heard
a
it.
voice.
A voice,
didn't
we all heard it. So
and laughter as well.
yeah. Well, whether we've picked that up or not, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was every single one of us.
Yeah.
I mean, Dark Arts were in a different room. Dark Territory. I keep saying Dark Arts because Carl's here as well.
Yeah.
So Dark Territory and Dark Arts
Yeah.
were in a separate room from us because of social distance, and
Mhm.
we're
Yeah.
in one room. They're in another room,
Yeah.
and we're keeping social distance. And
Yeah.
just in case anybody's
Definitely.
wondering how it's done,
Yeah.
it's all above board, and
Yeah.
we are doing it legally.
That's
So
right.
yeah, it's really good. I mean, they were really interested in that.
Really, really good.
Yeah. So in a few seconds, Jonathan, we're going to go to our second part of the investigation.
Yeah. So keep listening because the best is
Yet
yet
to
to come.
Oh, right.
That was a bit posh for you, wasn't it?
Go,
The
though.
best
Wasn't
is
it
it?
just?
We know we can get for our voiceovers, huh, can't we? Yeah. Little Johnny. Yeah.
So, our YouTube, what is that one? What are we on that? How will they find us?
Access
Go on.
Paranormal Radio Podcast.
Mhm.
And there's a few more coming up this week, and
Yeah.
we're trying to get them all the shows up within the next
Yeah.
month or so, aren't we?
Yeah, we'll be
Yeah.
caught up in a month or so.
I'm going to stop you there because what we're going to do now is we're going to go and listen to our final part of our paranormal investigation. Well, we've had our drink, we've had our little snack, and now we're in the main hall. And what we've done is we've gone into the room where we heard the footsteps going over, and we put a REM pod in there and one of them cat toys.
Yeah.
We're going to get cars going past because we're in the main hall now, aren't we? And we've closed the door over to see if the doors will open as well.
Yeah.
And
there's a REM pod on a ball in the middle of the hall
mm-hmm.
on
So,
the main deck.
should I do a call out?
Yeah.
Okay, if there's anybody here in the main hall with us, if you'd like to come forward and make a sound or show us you're here, we really don't mind. If that was you in that room, if you can make that make in there's a little box with what we call an aerial, but it's like a little stick sticking up in the air. If you can touch that or go near it, it'll go off. There's also a little ball on the floor if you can see it. If you touch it, it'll start flickering with lights. If you can do that, that would be fantastic. Road's busy tonight.
It's busy, isn't it?
Yeah. So come on, please come forward. Come and show us you're here. We don't mean you're any harm. You know who we are. We've been here loads of times before. So can you show yourself or make a sound? Good, you give it a go, Jonathan.
Come on, if that was you were making them noises while we were in the cellar. And we've not heard any up here yet. So if it was you, and you wanted us to come back up onto this main deck, Capel.
What?
Capel. In that room, Capel.
Capel's just gone off, did you see it? And I asked it to do it.
But when I said, because I said, didn't I? We've not had nothing yet.
No.
Did you want us to come up? So
Yeah.
that's a yeah.
Can you do it again, please? Can you make that light flicker again? Can you open the doors?
Did they move?
I can't tell with
Just-
my eyes.
I swear down they moved.
Really? Can you open the door or make them... you know that ball, what we explained before? That's opening. They're opening and closing, Jonathan.
Yeah, aren't they?
Yes. Can you open the doors wider? Did you hear that?
Come on.
They're opening.
Well, we don't mean you any harm.
John, that's opening.
It is, isn't it?
It certainly is.
Oh, cat ball again.
Oh my God.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Are you able to push the door wide open? Thank you for doing this. We really do appreciate it.
So just for the listeners, we've had the cat ball has gone off twice. We've put it in the room when we thought we heard the noises. And for anyone that's ever been to Mill Street, it's the door between the
middle doors.
It's between the cellar and the galley or the kitchen. It's just like a little storage room. And that ball's now gone off twice. And the doors do look like they've opened.
I'd say they've opened.
Yeah.
Thank you for opening the doors and thank you for making the light go off. Can you do it more? Please use your energy. Don't be afraid of us. We're not here to harm you. My name's Jamie and this is John. We've been here a long, long time.
Thank you so much.
The balls have gone off again. And the door's open wider.
Can you tell us your name? Can you shout your name?
Do you know who we are? If you do, can you make the balls flash more? Can you make them? That door's going wider. It's definitely not my eyes. It's definitely not my eyes.
Are you still there? Can you make a noise like you were before?
John, that's opening more. Can you see it opening?
Yeah.
Come outside. Come out here if you want to. Don't be afraid of us. Just come outside. We don't mean... And the coloured balls have gone off again.
Yeah.
And the door's open again. Thank you for this. If only we could have recorded this again. That's phenomenal. Have you got your camera?
Yeah.
Where is it?
Yeah, the camera can set up.
If you set that up and step away from me, because obviously it'll go off on the mic. Yeah, I'll call out and see if you can film it. I bet it doesn't go off now. Okay, we're going to ask you to again. If you can hear me, thank you. That is fantastic. Is that your way of communicating with us? Can you do it again if that's the way you can communicate with us? Are you able to talk through that light for us? Okay. Are you able to talk to... Can you hear us? Are you okay to Getting on edge a bit now, what? Are you okay? Are you able to hear us again? Can you make the lights flicker even more if you can? Are you a child? Are you a little boy or are you a child? If you are, push that little ball around, make it flicker for us. Don't be afraid of us. We're not here to harm you in any way. We just want to communicate with you, that's all. Let me know when you're recording. It's gone off. Thank you. So that's your way of talking to us. If you're able to, can you make the lights flicker again for us? Would you mind if we opened the door, or could you open the door for us? Would you mind? If I open the door I'll just open the one door, don't be afraid. Oh, God, it's bitterly cold here. Door's just opened before. Oh. When you record, the lights keep going off. It's in light. Right, I'm not going to go towards it, Jonathan, because I don't want to frighten them. Are you able to make the light flicker? Sorry about our light. We're just trying to communicate with you. We don't mean you any harm. John, are you able to record without the light?
Yeah, you should see that.
So we had a quick stop then because we were setting up Jonathan's camera, weren't we, Jonathan? So the light in this room has been flickering like mad, and it's been going off again, and there it goes again. Thank you for doing this. We really do appreciate it. If I come towards the door, would you be able to make the lights flicker as I walk towards you? If you want me to stay here, we don't mind. We don't want to frighten you in any way. But if you can make that light flicker again, thank you. Thank you. Are you happy with us being here talking to you? Is this what you've wanted all the time, for us to come and talk to you? Please come forward. Don't be afraid of us. Like I said, I'm Jamie. This is Jonathan. Sorry, John.
That's all right.
Do you know who we are? Have you met us before? Have you seen us before? If you have, and you want to make the lights come on again, let us know that you know us. Thank you. Are you happy to see us here? Are you happy for us to talk to you? If you're happy for us to talk to you, don't be afraid to move that light. If that's the way you can communicate, that's fine. We really don't mean you any harm at all. Are you able to make the item behind you? You're able to make that sound? Are you able to make that go off? Or is it the ball that you like to make flash? Is that okay with you? Are you using our energies? Use our energies, and if you can, make the ball flash again. Don't be afraid of us. But you know who we are now. If you're still there, step forward. Come on, show us you're here, please. Can you make the ball flash again? Can you do it again for us? I mean, so far, Jonathan, the reaction to this has just been fantastic. Yeah. And it's the same room as we heard the footsteps from down in the cell, and we've come up, and it's not really disappointing, is it? It's been fantastic. Are you still there? Are you able to come forward again? And the thing is that the ball's going off. It's not like it's going off continuously all the time. It's sometimes when we're asking the question, it's the light's going off when we asked. It's
just randomly, is it? Or it's not like.
Oh, there we go again.
It's not sequential, if you know what I mean. It's not going off every couple of minutes or whatever.
No. Thank you again for that. Are you listening to us? Sorry. We don't mean to ignore you. We're just having a little bit of a conversation. Are you okay with it, talking to us? Can I come towards you? Am I able to walk towards the door?
You like the ball, if that's okay?
I'm going to walk towards you. Don't be afraid. I just want to stand next to the door and talk to you, that's all. Hello. My name's Jamie. Are you okay with me standing here? If you are, and you want to use my energy, make the ball flicker again. Got nothing to be afraid of with me whatsoever. Do you know what's freezing my legs? I've just gone dead warm. This was bitterly cold before, and it's not cold now at all. Hello. Not me, sorry. We don't mean you any harm at all. Could you make the light flicker to show us you're here? Are you glad we're back in the building? Are you okay with that? Is there anything else you can do to show us you're here? Would you mind doing that for us? I'm going to crouch down just in case. We're not here to harm you in any way. My name's Jamie, and this building is part of me because my family's been here, so I feel like I'm part of this building. I'm attached to it in some way or another. Are you the same? Are you attached to this building? If you are, can you make the light flicker to tell me that you are? Come on, please talk to us, don't be afraid. I'll tell you what I'll do, just in case you are. I'm going to step back. I'll step back out the way for you. If we step back out the way, will you make the lights flicker again? Okay. I'll step back. And then John's going to step back as well. Oh, just people going past on the motorbike.
Yeah.
It's busy out there tonight, isn't it? Okay, do you want to make the lights flicker? Shows you're still there. Are you still listening to us? I'm going to ask you again to come forward. Don't be afraid of us.
That's weird.
What's that?
The camera's like it moving as if it's...
Or like it's following someone.
like it's tracking something.
Are you here with us? Do you want me to close the door over? Would that be better for you if we close the door over?
What was
Did you hear that?
That was bad.
That was like 2 knocks, wasn't it? Yeah.
Hey.
What happened there? That's tracking something, isn't it? Are you wondering what this is we've got here?
Never had that before.
No, that's tracking someone, isn't it? Well, Jonathan, we've moved away from the main hall now. One, because the actual ball stopped in it. There was no more flashing of the lights or anything like that. It just went very, very calm all of a sudden. Yeah. But the strange thing about that, before we start up here, is when we went near the door, it was absolutely freezing.
It was.
And then it went calm. There was no coldness. It just went back to normal. So what we've done is we've come upstairs to one of the classrooms, and it's one of the classrooms which we've had some very unusual things happening here. Last time me and you were in here, things were happening, and then we called Marie, didn't we? Marie came up because she was doing a lone vigil in the main hall. So what we're going to do is we're going to try it in here. We put the ball down here now, haven't we? And what we're going to do is I'll ask for whatever was downstairs to come up. So I'm going to ask if there's anybody here with us now, or if the person who was downstairs could come up and visit us up here. You're more than welcome to. We do appreciate what you've done for us so far. And if you can, and you want to, I'm going to point to where the little ball is again. If you can go towards it and make that ball flicker, we would really appreciate it. We don't mean you any harm. And we're not here for fun or to make fun of you. We're here because we want to talk to you. And so far, your reaction to us has been fantastic. Your connection with us has been amazing. And we'd like that to continue, please, if you can. By using our energies and letting us know you're here. Again, there's me, Jamie, and there's Jonathan. So don't be afraid to come forward. Don't be afraid to talk to us.
Come on. You said you knew who we were, because when we asked you, you lit the ball up. So you've seen us before. You know we're nice people. Not here to mock you. So come up. If this is where you went, or if you're in any other part of the building, then come up to the classroom. Come and say hello to us up here. There's also a REM pod at the top of the stairs. So if you're coming upstairs, we'll hear you. Don't be afraid of it. And you can always go towards that little light ball by the door over there. Oh, can you make a sound like you did earlier on?
Usually in this room I'm very nervous, but at the moment I'm very calm.
It's calm, isn't it?
Are you able to come forward and talk to us? Do you hear that? Can you show us you're around, please? Can you talk to us? Can you share our energies, man and John's, and make yourself known? Or if you know any other way that you can talk to us, please do so.
Can you knock on one of the doors? There's 4 doors in this room.
4? Oh yes there is, yeah. I thought you were going a bit mad then. I was thinking 4. There is, isn't there? There's 2 there, one behind me and one there on the left.
What was that then?
That was a car. I can hear tapping, knocking.
Yeah, but it sounds like it's in the distance.
It does. It sounds like it's the main hall again.
I don't know whether the recorder will pick that up, but you can hear it, like, if it sounds far away. Can you come closer? That's you. Can you come and tap on one of the desks where we're sat?
Can you open one of the doors? You can hear cars in the distance, but it's funny, isn't it? You can hear them cars in the distance, but that banging sounds like it's where we came from, the main hall. Yeah. Well, we'll give it about 10 minutes in here, and if nothing happens, we'll go back into the main hall, because, I mean, that's the hall was the place where everything was going on. Well, that room.
It just makes me think whether someone, like in spirit, is stuck on the main hall.
But what you got to remember about the main hall is there was a lot of dancing, there was a lots of things that happened in that main hall, haven't they?
Well, what was that room many years ago?
It's where they parked the Land Rovers, wasn't it, at one time? Right, in the vehicles, yeah. That's why you've got the arch.
Yeah. Because they wouldn't have been 3 separate rooms like that, would they?
No.
The way they are now.
No. I'm going to ask if there's somebody in here now with us. Did you hear the banging again then?
Yeah.
That was in the distance again. Are you able to come into this room to us and talk to us?
I suppose someone just moved my chair, you know.
Really? I thought I felt something brush against my legs, but somebody in here with us now? Can you make a sound? Are you able to make a sound?
Well, it is it. Can you move something in this room?
Did that sound then? Did anybody hear that?
Mm-hmm.
It was like... Are you here with us now? Are you trying to communicate? Or trying to talk to us? Oh, your stomach is.
Oh, and it begins. Every single time.
Years ago, while it's quite calm, I'd done that in a ghost hunt. My stomach went funny, right? And somebody said to me, they're trying to communicate through your stomach. And I said, well, he must be telling me I'm hungry. Yeah, I always remember that. That's the funny side of the paranormal. I'm going to ask again if there's somebody here with us now, if you can come forward and talk to us, we do appreciate it. Could you make a sound? Could you talk to us? Please show us you're here. We don't mean you're any harm. Can you move something in the room? If you can do that, that would be fantastic. It's funny, isn't it, Jonathan, that we're sitting here in a room what we think is one of the most important rooms here of paranormal activity.
Yeah.
And it's calm.
That is, isn't it?
I feel really calm in here. I mean, I wouldn't stay in here on my own, by the way, just in case that crosses your mind. That's not going to happen.
Calm, isn't it?
Yeah, what I'm thinking of doing is, I don't know what you think, is we give it another go in the hallway, you know, that room.
Yeah, I think.
And see how that goes again.
Yeah.
Jonathan, we're back in the main hall now.
Yeah.
That room we were in just then was very, very quiet, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a bit calm. We did hear some noise, distant noises.
But it sounded like it was coming from the hallway, didn't it?
It did.
So we've come back again to the main hall. We're going to ask again if that person's around still. Hopefully they are. So I'm going to ask if you're still here and you're back in the room, or you want to communicate with us, or you want to talk to us, if you can make them lights flash again, that would be fantastic. We've also put one of them flashing balls on the stairs, so if that goes off as well, we'll know about it.
And there won't be any show.
Because there won't be anybody else in the building. It'd be like them films, won't it, where
Did you hear
just,
that then?
just what was that?
It's a bang then.
Okay, if you can hear us now, it's me and Jonathan. I don't even know my
You
own
and
name.
yourself.
If it goes off, it would be, wouldn't it? There's me and Jonathan here. If you're still here, and you can, and you're able to, can you make the lights flash again? Are you able to do that for us? Cars are a pain, aren't they?
Nah.
Are you able to talk to us? Are you able to... One on the stairs? The one on the stairs is going?
Okay.
Oh, fantastic.
Now that was in the main hall with us earlier.
Yeah.
It never went off at all. That
No,
one.
no.
So we left the same one that was in that room. We've not touched it. So that's one. Now, it never went off in the main hall when we were here before. It never went off upstairs in the classroom with us. But it's now just gone off on the stairs.
Wow.
So you on the stairs now? You coming down the stairs?
Have you come to see us? Are you able to do that again? Make the lights flicker again? Has that one just gone off? What is it? That was loud.
Don't know whether that was a car door.
Was it a car door? Yeah.
Possibly.
Well, we'll class it as a car door then, just in case.
What was that?
That was behind us. Hello? Thank you for all this communicating with us. Thank you for talking to us. The light on the... Wow. And a bang.
Right, that's not car
That
door.
wasn't a car door, no. Thank you for all this. This is fantastic.
Thank you so much.
It's funny because the one on the stairs is going off and the one in the room isn't now.
No, but the bangs are coming from there.
But the bangs are coming from there, yeah.
Can you make the light go off in that room again, please? Can you move from the stairs into that room again?
There's that bang again. We'll ask you to come behind us.
Can you not hear that noise? I hope the recorder's picking this up. Can you know? It's like a... It's like something...
You know what?
It's like it's moving round.
Let me take... Ow.
It's like it's moving round.
Yeah, it might be walking around us, but I've never known it to be like this, Jonathan. The only time it was active like this is when I was talking to Sean Kenna.
Are you still here? Can you make one of the balls light up? Can you make a bang? Come on.
I thought there was something down, you know, where the I thought the ball went there. I thought the thing flashed. There's things going on around us all the time now.
It's like it wanted us, and it's been like this all night. It's like it's wanted us to
come back down
into this main hall.
If you can talk to us, we'd really appreciate it. It seems that you want to because you're making the lights flicker. Are you able to make the two of them go off? Is the two of you or just the one of you? Did you hear a bang then or a ding? Something?
No, I never heard that.
If you're here with us now, are you on the stairwell? Are you up there on the stairs? Can you come down? Come and talk to us. Are you in the room? Are you able to make the lights flickers? Come and tell us you're here still. Was that you then? Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that your bone?
That was me knee.
Good God.
I'll say, yeah, old bones before you say it.
Stop reading me mind. It's funny how it's the lights what are flickering. It seems to be them that they want to communicate through, doesn't it?
Well, yeah.
The REM pods haven't gone off. Then again, you've got it in your hand, haven't you?
But there's one in that room that's not gone off. Though.
No, it hasn't.
But it's weird that we were getting the ball going off on the stairs. Which that ball's not gone off all night.
No, it hasn't.
And then we got bangs in that room. Which is what we were getting from the cellar.
Yeah.
Which it wasn't doing before. It's,
Yeah.
I don't know, it just sort of proves, it's evidence, isn't it?
Yeah. Let's walk towards this door. It hasn't opened any further because I opened it, didn't I?
No, it hasn't.
I'm going to ask if there's somebody here with us now. Do you know what we should do, Jonathan? Should we be brave and go in there?
Should we just go in that room?
Yeah, but we wouldn't be able to see the one on the stairs go off then, would we?
No.
So, let's just stay on the outside in case. And let's see what goes on now.
Tell you what.
Well, you go in there.
Don't keep the doors wide open, yeah?
Hey?
Keep the wide doors open, I will, yeah?
No. Okay. What I'll do then is I'll open the doors for you. Hello? We're not going to do you any harm. If you're here with us, Jonathan's going to sit in there with you and I'm going to step away so we're not overcrowding you.
Just put a torch on.
Yeah, I've got a torch.
So I can see where I'm going.
There you go.
See where the ball is.
Yeah. Just check that ball's still working, Jonathan. Just
Yeah.
Well, that shows it's still working, yeah. And the REM pod, is that working? Yep, okay. So we know they're working. So I'll step away over here. Yeah, I'll turn the lights off completely. Wow, it's pitch black in there, Jonathan. Okay, the person who's here with us now, Jonathan's in the room. He's not going to do you any harm. He just wants to talk to you, or if you want to, come and see him. Don't be afraid of him. And if there's anybody on the stairs still, if you can, and you're able to, can you make the lights come off? Go on, sorry, not go off. Could you do that for us? What the hell was that? What was that? That was a hell of a bang then. Yeah. Sorry?
Something like that.
Okay, fair enough.
Where was that?
Here somewhere. That's. Do you know what? It could be outside that noise.
That sounds like it.
Yeah. Okay. Let's just stop for a minute and recuperate, Jonathan. I know we had to stop there, Jonathan, but everything seems to be going on tonight, doesn't it? We've just had that huge bang. We've just been thinking about it before we started the recording again, and we think it's the end room where I don't like going in.
In the cellar.
And before we started again, the lights on the stairs started to flicker again, really mad. So I think what we'll do, we'll give it a bit more. A little bit more. Let's move over here a little bit.
That bang was definitely a door in the cellar.
Definitely. If there's anybody here with us now, we do appreciate what you're doing. Are you listening to us? If you can hear us and you can make any of the lights go up. Did you hear the bang then?
Bang again.
And there's nobody, we've just had to look outside actually, and there's nobody around at all, is there?
Whatsoever.
Whew. It's there, it's that door.
Kitchen.
It's the kitchen door opening and closing just then.
Oh my God.
Hold that microphone a minute. I'll go and have a look. Let me just take the torch off. Can we just try something? You okay with that?
Yeah.
That was difficult to do that.
Okay. It sounded like it was downstairs to me when I was in that room.
We can only think about that one, can't we, really? But
it's a possibility. I mean, it's a possibility. But
to be honest with you, we've never had anything like this. The only time this has really happened like this to me was when it was. What's that noise then? Was it your? No, it's not. I just heard something moving.
what are you talking about?
Hold on then. Let's have a look. Ah.
Oh, brilliant.
Well, at least we debunked some things. But what we're having tonight, like I was saying earlier on when I was on with Sean Kenna, Dark Territory, it was like this. But but it was all upstairs on the balcony. Now the funny thing is, on the stairs we put that flashing light, haven't we?
I know.
And it's been going off and going off. Even when we stopped the recording before to do something, it went off. Went off again. So it's one of those, isn't it? Do we carry on? Do we what do we do? You know.
No. It's,
if there's somebody here, do you want to talk to us? Do you like us being here? If you do, make the lights flicker again. It's that door, isn't it?
Is it windy though?
There's no wind.
Did you hear that then again? No,
I did.
That wasn't the door.
No, it wasn't. Are you trying to communicate with us? Are you able to talk to us? Can you make a sound? Could you let us know you're here, please? You seem to know where the lights are now, what we've put out. Are you able to go towards them lights again and make them go off? Yeah, that door, isn't it? And there's no wind. There's no wind in here at all.
No.
And you really have to push that door hard to make that loud bang. It's just very strange, isn't it? It's just the atmosphere tonight is very, very strange. Can you make the lights flicker on the stairs? Are you able to come down the steps to us in the main hall?
Very eerie, isn't it?
Yeah. Please come and talk to us. Come and show us you're here. Can you make yourself known again? Can you walk down the stairs? Is there something in there then? Huh?
Yeah.
If that's you in the room near us, we don't mean you any harm. We've been standing here watching and looking, and the only way you can communicate is if you can do that light, or if you can show yourself, that would be fantastic. If you could do that, we'd love to see you. Please talk to us. Please let us know you're here. That's voices outside, Jonathan.
Yeah.
Well, we'll find out, because usually they walk past and you can hear them talking, can't you? I'm going to ask one more time, if you can, and you're able to, can you come and talk to us? If you can see the lights on the floor and you're able to make them flicker, please do so. If you can make a sound or even move something, we'd appreciate it. We know you've done a fantastic job tonight by talking to us, and we'd love to continue to talk to you. If you're able to show us that you're here and you're happy to talk to us, or you've been happy to see us here, just make the lights flicker one more time. We'd appreciate it if you could do that, just so we know you've been here. I can hear rustling in that room.
That's what I said to you earlier.
Should we go in, the both of us? If you want to. Okay. We're going to come into this room. We don't mean you any harm.
Just watch when you're walking, because you have to put your torch on a minute, I think.
Okay.
Because there's a brush.
Just there.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to have a couple of minutes in the air and see what happens. Okay, I'm going to turn the lights out again, Jonathan. Alright, so we've got that sound. Oh, it's cold in here though, isn't it? Okay. Hello. If you can see us, you don't need to be afraid of us. You don't need to at all. We're not here to harm you. If you're able to, and you're able to use our energies, the little ball what you've been making flash on the floor, are you able to do it again for us? Can you use our energies and make that ball go flickering again? Come and talk to us. Show us you're here.
Right there.
Yeah,
Could have been that door again.
probably was.
Do you not want to talk to us anymore? Just like the ball up in this room, you don't want to talk to us anymore?
I'm not going to harm you. We really wouldn't do that. I've got a shadow. Can you move yourself, Jonathan? See if I can see your shadow. Okay, I've got your shadow. Now, in the back room, what was that like then?
What was that for?
Did you... Car. We'll debunk that as a car because that car went past just as I saw the light, so I'm putting two and two together there.
Wouldn't they go all the way through to there, would you?
Well, we'll wait and see if another car goes past. Oh no, look, it won't. No, as I was saying, in the back room, I thought I seen like a shadow.
Yeah.
Now, whether it's because my eyes are adjusting, I don't know. But I can see your shadow, I can see my shadow because I've seen you moving.
Yeah.
But there's movement of a shadow in the back, and I've been trying to see if my shadow reaches that far, and it doesn't.
That's... I'm moving now, so you can see my head, can't
I can see that that's... The person in the room, do you want to come forward and show us you're here? We don't mean you any harm. We don't mean you any harm at all. Was it you what made this light go off? Are you able to do it? Come and stand next to us and make the light come off. Okay, go off. Can you do that for us? We do respect you, and we understand if you don't want to come near us. We do understand that. Would you like to come and try?
Come over and stand with us. You don't mind? Come and touch one of us.
Sorry.
Make a sound. If you walk up to the little black box that's on the floor, and you'll hear a noise and say green light, don't be afraid, just let us know where you are. And the same with the ball, you've set the ball off before, so you know it doesn't do anything to you.
We really, really appreciate everything you've done for us tonight. What we'll do then, Jonathan, is we'll leave them alone now.
Yeah.
And what we'll do is we'll go back up to the studio.
Yeah.
But what a night! What a night!
Brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah,
Communication.
it's been
It's just
unbelievable.
phenomenal.
Oh my gosh, Jamie, Jonathan, that was brilliant. I wish I was there for that.
Was really, really good. You missed a brilliant
It-
night.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
I hope we get more of that stuff. It's brilliant, isn't it?
Well, strangely enough, I mean, what was happening that night was I mean, we couldn't believe what was going on with the coloured balls going off all the time, and
I know.
especially on the stairs, because we got to come up to the studio on them stairs as well.
Well, this is it.
Yeah.
And I think the biggest thing was, though, one of the balls was in the room, and
Mm.
we'd left that one there. That had been going off. Well, we had one in the main hall, which we then took. That didn't go off at all, which we then took up to the classroom, which didn't go off.
Mm.
And then when we brought it back down and put it on the stairs, we had the both of them going off, didn't we?
Yeah, yeah.
So
And the funny, I mean, when we were downstairs, we were in the main hall, like we were then, and we put the ball back in that little room where it was going off in the first place,
yeah,
and then we put one on the stairs.
that's right.
And
the first time we'd done it, there was like it went really, really cold. I'm not sure. Did we say it was really cold? There's like a cold breeze came out the room.
Yeah.
And it felt like a rush of cold air go past you.
Yeah.
And where was that one, Jamie?
And you know in the main hall.
Oh,
no, you know the main hall.
Yes.
You know where the cellar is, where we go down to the cellar.
Yeah.
The door next to it.
Got you.
Between the kitchen and the cellar, it was in there. And after that, nothing happened in that room.
No.
Then we asked for it to happen on the stairwell. And as we asked it to happen on the stairwell, lights went haywire.
Yeah, because we picked quite a bit up near that stairwell, didn't we? Especially when I was on my own. You didn't record it, do you remember?
Yeah, you've never forgiven us for that, have you, Marie?
So good. Yeah, the breathing and everything down here, and you picked that up. So I'm not surprised you picked so much up in the hallway. So what else happened then?
Well, after that, we came back up into the studio to record the show.
Yeah.
And Jonathan put one of the balls on the unit there, and we were just having a conversation with me, and all of a sudden the ball went flashing off again. Weird. So what we done then is we asked it questions, and it was reacting. And when Jonathan was saying no, is it me? Nothing was happening. When I asked, it was just like, it was flashing away there.
It seemed to be reacting to Jamie.
Yeah, sounds brilliant. Doesn't
and
it?
The same. I mean, when we were pre-recording the interview with Dark Territory, because obviously the filming. Yeah. When we were talking to them, and you're going to hear that soon anyway, is hopefully you'll hear it, you'll see his pause. We heard a man's voice, then we heard laughter, then we heard knocking, like tapping. Carl said he heard tapping. Sean, but every single one of us heard that voice really clear. Yeah. So and obviously we're going to be recording the investigation later on as well for the next week's show. That's going to be a special one, that one is. Yeah. So it seems to be kicking off a little bit. I think it's because obviously nobody's been in here, and the energies
it happened last time, didn't it?
That's
like
right.
this. I mean, look at all the shadow things that we all saw, the group and everything. That was, and that huge biggest orb that I've ever seen by my own eyes. Me and James, that wasn't it?
Yeah, that was down in the cell.
That is the best ever I've seen so far.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, so things are happening. But what we're going to do now is we're going to go and listen to the interview we did with Dark Territory. That's Sean Hughes, Sean Kenna, not Sean Hughes, is it?
No.
Sean. Do you know what? Forget it. I'm no good with names. I'm useless with anything like that. Sean Kenna, Sean Owen, and Karl Hassall.
That's the
one. And this is the interview I did with them a little bit earlier on. So joining us in the studio, we've got Dark Territory, which is Sean Kenna, Sean Owen, and Karl Hassall, also of Dark Arts. So welcome to the show.
Hi Jamie, thank you for having us.
That's all right, you're welcome. Go on, Karl, I know that you're itching to say something, just go for it.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm always. Cheers for having us on, man, definitely.
No, you're welcome. We've been watching your your videos there on YouTube, especially Dark Territories and Dark Art, and a few others out there. We got to name them. But Sean, Kenna, I know there's an Owen here. You haven't done nothing for a couple of months now, and you're just starting to get back into it, aren't you? So, have you got any places planned, or?
Right. So, as you know, we came here last year. I think it was October time, August time.
Yeah, I think it was like the end of summer, wasn't it?
Yeah. That was towards the end of our first season, which we were working on last year. So yeah, we finished that probably about November, and then obviously lockdown kicked in the UK. So as Dark Territory, I mean, we were taking a little bit of a break after season 1, but then lockdown has held us up. We'd have liked to have got filming a bit sooner, but yeah, season 2 is coming, and we have got some really big plans and exciting news, which we'll touch on in this show.
So in between your season 1, have you been like sorting out locations, or just relaxing? To be honest with you, I know Karl hasn't been. He's been out and about. I've been watching him.
Yeah, Karl doesn't relax, do you?
No, I have no time to relax. But yeah, we have been looking for locations, inquiring new locations. But it's just it's touching up on what we did on season 1, just trying to think of new innovative ideas.
That is it. I think a big part of what we've been doing is reflecting on season 1, seeing what can we improve, what do we like, what do people want to see more of in season 2. So that is a big part of what we've been doing. We have, of course, been looking at locations as well. But it is a bit tricky with UK at the moment.
Yeah.
A lot of places haven't got staff; they're not replying to emails. So it's a bit touch and go on that front. But we have got some really good ones lined up for season 2, definitely.
Right, and we're looking forward to that. But we've got Sean Owen here, who's really quiet in the corner. Now, what you are cruel with Sean is you seem to throw him in at the deep end. Now, there was one, I don't know where you went, but you threw Sean into a tunnel, handcuffed him to a railing, and left him.
Yeah.
Now, Sean, how did you? I know they're all laughing and everything else. How did you feel on that one?
Lots of mixed emotions, really. To be fair,
betrayed.
Yeah, betrayed.
I understand that.
I honestly didn't know what they were going to do. They just threw it at me right in the middle of the session and said, "This is what we're going to do." So I thought, well, I can't back out of this.
Yeah, you can.
I could, I suppose, but I thought, why not? But that place is nasty. It's horrific. It really is, and I can't really to be there. To actually be there, and when watching it on screen is not so scary, right? But to actually be there, and these two just disappeared and left me there.
You were having a pizza in the car.
They were, it wouldn't surprise me. But I had the spirit box going off. I couldn't really hear anything other than that, and then I couldn't see anything. I couldn't move, and it was quite scary after a while. And then all of a sudden I was hearing these bangs, and I could feel the breeze coming up the stairs, and there's nowhere for drafts to get through. So it was quite horrific.
Well, I remember talking to Sean. I'd done an interview with Sean a couple of months back, and we were talking a little bit about it, and there was sounds out there, there was animals, and I think you thought it was a cow.
Yeah.
I think I was talking to you about it, and I was saying, well, cows wouldn't venture into it unless they were really lost, but or a badger. Yeah, it wasn't a badger. I mean, I'm fanatical on wildlife stuff, and when I was listening to the things like that, well, at first I thought that's a badger, but the only thing is badgers are very shy, and as soon as they smell someone or make a sound, they're gone.
Right.
They wouldn't hang around. So I mean, I watched it 4 or 5 times. That where you were in that, and what I couldn't understand is why you left them there. do you know what I mean? I mean. I'm going to go back to Sean Owen this time and say to him, how were you feeling inside being chained and listening to them sounds, knowing that there was no way of getting out?
Well, at the time I was chained, those sounds weren't... Are you talking about the noise of the
bangs? You were getting bangs.
Oh, the bangs, sorry. I mean, come on, those noises were quite loud. And then there was ones, I think it was the last bang, which was the loudest, and I wanted out. Because your mind plays tricks, Is there someone there, or was it paranormal? I don't know, but I just wanted out.
But there was only one way in, wasn't it? And one way out was up them stairs.
That's it.
Yeah.
Now, luckily, the handcuffs that I had on, they weren't real, so I could break them, and I managed to bolt. But it's I think there's a lot of comments saying I wouldn't get scared when I was down there. Try it.
No,
try it.
I believe you.
I can understand saying it, sitting at your screen watching it, but
I don't know. I was scared for you, and I was watching it. I was thinking, there's not a cat and hell's chance would you do that to me. And it was the same with you, Carl, down at the Ancient Ram Inn. You were in the bishop's room, and I've been to the Ancient Ram Inn and know what the Ancient Ram Inn's like, and I've experienced stuff there myself. But when you were in that bishop's room and he left you on that bed and on the window ledge, you couldn't see it. Obviously, it was with the candlestick the way it fell.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I mean, obviously being tied up at the Ancient Ram Inn, that was kind of my payback, wasn't it, for being at the other location, chaining Owen. Why me? I don't know.
It should have been me, really. It was my idea, but
and then I was pulling the short straw on this one. But tied up, and then in the corner near the window, you can see the candle harbour just like flip over and roll off. But when we put the video out there, people were saying, "Oh, it's a mouse, because when the candle tips over, you can see obviously the wick of the candle kind of looked like a tail. It did look like a mouse for a second, but it's just like, you can clearly see it's a candelabra kind of
You'd
thing.
hear the mouse as well, or I mean, the way the cameras were set, you'd see the mouse coming onto the table.
I mean, you hear the metallic sound of it tipping over and then rolling off. And there was the other thing as well, where it's like I got slapped on the chest, but there's no clear indentations on my clothing, but you can hear it on audio. It's like whack. And I think that was it for me. Then I was just like, right, I want out now.
That is perhaps the weirdest thing from that, is that there was a distinct sound of your coat getting hit, no doubt, yet it didn't seem to move. So it was like, how do you explain that? Was a ghost making that sound to go with? Because it's one of those things we've discussed before, like with theories. Are ghosts actually physically touching your skin, or are they somehow like interacting with maybe your nerves to make you think you feel a touch, rather than actually physically imprinting the skin? Because like in the case with that, you didn't see the coat go down, yet you felt a hard smell. But having the sound with it, it's like, did the ghost make that sound effect to go with it? Do you know what I mean? It was like,
it's a weird one, because I got a lot of comments obviously saying, is it some kind of like interdimensional beings? And a lot of people have been requesting, me to kind of delve into that kind of stuff. I mean, it's a strange subject. I mean, interdimensional beings. When I think about that, I think about aliens and things like that. It's strange.
Could it all be part of the same thing, though? We were talking about this just the other day, and actually, this is a perfect time, Owen, for you to mention what happened to you 2 days ago while we're on this subject.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So, this is how I see the whole paranormal thing. There's two different sort of subjects. There's ghosts, put it in a box, ghosts, and then you've got aliens. And now the two subjects you either like ghosts or you love the sci-fi type sort of paranormal. Yeah. But we kind of look at everything as a whole. And it was only yesterday, I kid you not, and I texted you straight away, didn't I?
You're so excited.
So excited. I literally opened the back door of where I was, and I just looked up just for 2 seconds, and in the sky, I kid you not, it looked like one of those old-fashioned street lamps. It's kind of oval.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. So it was just literally probably half a mile away in the sky, and it was there for like 2 seconds, and I literally just happened to look at the right place at the right time, and then it just disappeared. I kid you not. And it almost like it went in on itself, just like gone. Now, I'm not suggesting for a second that was of an alien origin, but what I saw was just not right. It just didn't, it's just not right. So, yeah, we do. I mean, I find the subject fascinating, and I think that there could be, a science out there that we don't understand.
There's got to be.
There's got to be, isn't there?
There can't just be us,
right.
I mean, you can go into the delving of your mind then, and where's our thoughts coming from and things like that. So there's a lot of stuff we're never ever going to explain in our lifetime, and I don't think we'll ever explain, to be honest with you. But I mean, I don't know what I'd say, because I've never seen anything like that. But you can tell by your face that you genuinely.
Yeah, I was excited and a little bit sort of like, what the hell was that? And I've not since then. I've just not stopped thinking about it, and I literally bore Sean to death with like, oh my god, what have I seen texts?
In his back garden, dude, I'm seeing lights in the sky. Dude, it's shot 1,000 miles an hour.
It's got me.
Well, I mean, one time there was the lights, wasn't it? The candles. What are they called? Made of crepe paper, and he lights them and he send them up. The Chinese lanterns. Chinese lanterns. A lot of people were thinking they were like UFOs and things like that. I mean, and the thing is now, is we've talked about loads of times, me and Jonathan, is technology today. You don't know what's out there. You can't define whether it's UFO or whether it's military or whether it's man-made. We don't know.
You don't know.
And going back to the ancient Ramin, I mean, you were saying about that. I mean, if you think about the ancient Ramin, it's on ley lines. It's clearly on ley lines. And I think it's John, who owned the place at one time when I was talking to him, he's completely straight with what are they called? Stonehenge. And he was saying he felt it was connected with Stonehenge because there's a ley line straight from Stonehenge to his house. And I think it was ancient Ramin's 1,500 years old or something like that.
Yeah, it's something like that. But just want to add as well, Stonehenge is meant to be a UFO hotspot as well. So again, is there a connection?
Who knows?
Are these ghost sightings and experiences we have, are they other dimensional beings that are coming through? We don't necessarily see them.
Yeah.
Or, okay, partially do as apparitions. Is it actually the undead, or is it both? I don't know.
It's hard to define which is which, isn't it? I mean, obviously, I'm more into the paranormal and the UFO side of it, so I tend to concentrate on that. But the UFO to me, it's beyond my imagination. That, you know, I mean, obviously, we've just landed on Mars, and we've just landed that thing on Mars to take photographs and that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if we can do that, there's got to be something out there that's more beyond us that can do. I mean, if they find life on Mars, even if it's like something in the water, it shows that there's more out there than what we say. I mean, we call them aliens. It's only because we don't know what they are.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know,
it's scary to think, because obviously, you know, like 200 years ago, we've only just started discovering, you know, medical science as such. We had no technology as such, you know, anything like that. And then it's like 200 years later, we're only just like, you know, getting all this technology. So if you think about it, in the next 200, 400, you know, how many years it's going to be like so advanced. But we're definitely not the only ones on this in this universe or whatever, because it's clearly infinite. There's always a start to an end kind of thing. So
there's probably higher intelligence out there than us. That you know, when we say there's where the crossover with the paranormal and the UFOs, or the what we call aliens, are we seeing ghosts, or are we seeing something from another world?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just difficult to say.
Well, that's it. I mean, you know, some people do speculate that is it our subconscious that's creating these things, these beings? You know, is it something like only 60% of your brain you actually use, and the rest of it you can't really delve into?
No.
So I suppose it underlines with, you know, real psychic mediums maybe, or people who are seriously sensitive, maybe tapping into them other percentages of the brain. So who knows? I don't know. It's an interesting subject, definitely.
Well, I mean, you can go on again. I mean, you watch videos on YouTube. I mean, you know yourselves, and that we've seen the footages. And that. If you look at other ones, they've called what they call angels, archangels. They've called aliens with the long arms, the long legs, and that. Not eggs, long legs. It's just like when you look at it, you can't. Is it true? Is it not true? Is it fake? Is it not fake? Like Bigfoot.
Yeah.
You know, is it true or is it not true? The technology we've got now, you've got to think about the technology we've got from drones to high definition cameras, and we're still not capturing perfect pictures. Every picture you see, or most pictures you see, are slightly blurred. Or is that the paranormal what's doing that, or is it we just haven't got the technology to get hold of that yet? Now I'm going to go to Carl, because Carl's out and about there still, aren't you?
I'm still going.
You're still going.
Yeah.
Now, we've been talking about the Random Nautica. We were talking about it last week on there, and you've been doing it. Now, I've got to ask, and it's Dark Arts, and if anybody wants to watch it, on Dark Arts on YouTube. What do you think of this Random Nautica yourself? I mean, at the moment, I'm debating whether to have a go at it. Not on my own, because we've said that. Don't do it on your own, whatever you do.
Yeah, actually, the funny thing is, there's a lot of speculation that is to do with dark web and things like that. And I did a live stream not too long ago, and I was on their website and I was reading out their terms, their guides how to use it in do's and don'ts. And it does say, you know, don't go on your own, don't go into dangerous places, don't, you know, things like this. So it does make you question, you know, is there something darker going on?
Yeah.
I mean, when you look at it, it's literally just coordinates coming from a quantum mechanics machine in Australia University, and it spits it out to your mobile phone, and then you go with an intent or a thought to these coordinates it's give you. And, you know, when you go there, you're supposed to find something relevant to what you just thought or put out. It's all to do with like quantum mechanics, they say. Now, I'm on the fence whether, you know, it's someone playing around or, you know, joking around with us, or it's hard to say, because there's a lot of people basically saying they've had strange experiences. Like one of my followers actually said that he received a pin when using the app the other week, and it took him straight to where his brother had passed away or something. On the side of a road somewhere. So it's, you know, it's things like that is very questionable. You know, is the phone listening? Has it got spyware on your phone somehow? Listening. You know,
well, you've got is it rhythms? What's it called?
The algorithms.
Algorithms. That's it. Is it doing that as well? You know, because I mean, I don't know whether you. I mean, I had to go pressing that Random Nautica, and it brings me around where I live.
Yeah. Well,
so obviously it's picking up. It's picking up where you live, like all phones do. And is it doing that and sending it to locals, or Is it sending people quite a distance away? Or
yeah, well, usually the pins are within like anywhere from 2 to 5 minutes away, or 10 minutes. Yeah, depending if you're on foot or in the car and things like that. But yeah, there is a lot of speculation that is to do with the dark web related, or criminals actually using the pins to communicate through other systems, kind of like using the softwares or the app as like a bit of a host kind of thing to do dark things,
like the dark web.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So there's a lot of speculation, but it's we don't really know, and the creators of it just don't generally speak out or anything like that. So it's strange. So it's all on the low at the moment. So yeah, who knows?
And Sean Kenna, that is.
Yes.
Would you do it with Dark Territory? Would you go out and do Random Nautica, or are you going to stick to the ghost hunting side of it?
I mean, never say never. It's not something we've discussed doing. I think Carl's all over that. We kind of let him deal with that kind of stuff.
He's the one with the car getting banged and scratched and that.
That's it.
Which is wrong.
I'm not sure I fancy any of that. But
that's just nastiness.
It's not good. That's not good. But Random Nautica, I don't know what I think of it. I've seen Carl's videos, some crazy things happen. I have no idea. Really don't.
Stick to the paranormal.
Yeah. I think that is our focus, isn't it? But yeah, I mean, do you want to get on to perhaps tease what's happening with season 2?
Is that a hint? Yeah, so Sean, what's happening with season 2?
So, our first location, it's somewhere that I don't think anybody has investigated before. I'm not actually going to say what it is, but it's an absolutely enormous mansion. It's like one of the biggest in the UK, and it's just derelict looking. So much history to it. It used to be a hospital at one point, but it's got something like 300 rooms. It's just
wow,
and it's all derelict. It's enormous.
Just 3 of yous.
I think it's 500 in total. It's an absolute beast.
There we go.
Yeah, it's a beast.
So we hope to be doing that very shortly.
Oh, that'd be a cracker. Are you going to do that as like I know you only do an hour of the show on YouTube. Are you going to make that longer? With if you go somewhere special, would they be longer recordings?
Yeah, probably going to do a bit of a 2-parter with that one. Yeah. So the season start 2 episodes, because it is such an enormous place. There's no way we could cover that in one show, but it should be a real good start to the next season.
Yeah, I'll look forward to that one.
And something else we are going to do a lot in season 2. We touched on it earlier about we've looked at season 1, what people like the most, and it's what you questioned us on to start with, kind of what we call the fear experiments. What we did in that fort with Owen, what we did with Carl at the Ancient Ram.
But not with you.
No, and that's coming, unfortunately. Probably at this mansion.
Yeah, I think if it's a 500 room, I think you should go right the way to the other end of the building and leave Sean at this end of the building in the most haunted room.
All right, Jamie.
Just a suggestion.
Don't give me ideas,
I'm looking forward to that.
The worst thing about that place, because I've been there quite a few times, but I've never done any kind of investigating there. But once you go in, you get lost every time. Every time I've been in, I've been lost.
It's not get lost in here.
Honestly, it's a maze. So to go and do a lone vigil in there, and then something crazy happen, and then try and find the way back to base room, it'd be like, see you in the next couple of hours.
A ball of string. Have you not seen these old films where you get a big ball of string and you just take it along with you?
Yeah, that's an idea for you, there, Sean.
What you do then is you let Sean down at the other end of the building with the ball of string, but cut the string.
There you go, man. You know what's coming.
But yeah, so we're going to be doing a fear experiment in every episode. That's the plan, and we're going to take it up a level. So some crazy stuff is going to be going down.
I've seen. I don't know whether you've seen it, where they've got the headphones on, they've got the blindfolds on, and they're using a Frank's box or whatever you want to call it, our spirit box. They keep changing. Are you going to try that kind of thing, or are you going to try and do your own kind of experiments, completely different to it, which would be nice to see?
That's it. We do want to be a bit more original and come up with our own ideas. We have got a few, but probably just going to save them for now. But I will say they're going to be scary to watch. They're going to be dark, sinister. You will not want to be in our position, put it that way.
Yeah, but it's poor Sean who gets it usually. I think the funniest one was when you were in Cannock Chase. I think you fell over.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. We both got taken down with that one, didn't we?
Yeah. I took you down, I think. that was really strange because we literally not long started, did we? We just literally, and I heard you can hear it. It's almost like footsteps sort of coming up.
You could hear it, yeah.
Whacked me on the backside, and that really made me jump. and I turned, lost my footing, and grabbed Carl at the same time and pulled him down. So,
and I just turned around like, "What the hell has just happened?
What's
like,
going on?"
You're just in a heap on the floor together.
Yeah.
I think I was just laughing actually.
Well, you seem to be the calmest, Sean Kenna. That is.
People say that, but I think inside I'm probably the most afraid, to be honest. But these guys will know that.
Yeah.
But I think I'm quite cool on the outside, but no, when it comes to lone vigils.
When it comes to the new season, how many places are you going to go to in the new season, or is it going to be similar to the first season you've done?
So it will be similar. There's going to be 8 episodes, but the first one's going to be a 2-parter. But yeah, we will try. We want to go to different places we haven't been before, really.
Yeah.
I think it's always a lot more exciting as investigators to go somewhere fresh.
Yeah.
But we've all been doing it for about 5 years each, so we have been to a lot of places that the UK has to offer. So it is getting more and more difficult finding fresh spots. But that's why we would love to go further afield, to Europe, to America.
Yeah.
But one thing at a time. There's still some more good spots in this country first.
I think the way you're going about it, I mean, both Dark Territory and Dark Arts recordings out there on YouTube are just phenomenal. They're fantastic, and that's all down to you, isn't it, Sean? Most of the time, you do all the editing and everything.
Right. I think it's a joint effort. I have a vision.
Sean, go for it. It's your credit.
I'll take the credit. No, I mean, I love horror films. I have done since a kid, and I just love. And also love movies, and I'm always interested in behind the scenes, and I just love how things look when they're finished on screen, and I've always wanted to try and sort of get that look in our show.
Yeah.
It's very difficult to do. It's not an easy thing to do. You can't just do it overnight. It's a lot of studying, but the show really is a joint sort of effort, and I feel like I kind of help direct and these guys produce. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I think it's a joint effort, and I think with all our different skill sets, I think
it works.
Makes a really good show.
Well, it's very professional. I mean, both of them are very professional. I like Sean's, Carl's. Come on, no more Sean's, please.
How many Sean's do we need?
Oh, too many Sean's here.
Yeah, I like Carl's one as well, because yours is just ad-libbed, isn't it? You've got the cameras and away you go, and it's brilliant because with you feel as if you're on. When I'm watching yours, and same with Jonathan, when we're watching, we're texting each other saying, look at this, and you feel as if you're with us.
Yeah, I think the style I go for, it's like point of view, run and gun kind of style, episode documentaries, whatever you want to call it, kind of thing. But I try to keep the commentary rolling to kind of make people like they are there with me, and that's something I've managed to progress with over the years. Because back in the day when I used to do it used to just be a camera, just me walking around, little bits of stuff, static camera stuff. But I thought I need to start switching it up now, and people started to say, "Oh, I feel like I'm really there with this." So I developed on that to really try to bring people into it, and it's different because I don't really see a lot of people doing it the way I'm doing it, kind of thing.
No.
But yeah, because it's all freestyle. So if anything crazy does happen, which it does time to time, it's all there on camera. Like the other day, my car got vandalised. That was actually part of the episode. So, but it's it's like documenting my life basically. When I go out and things like that. So yeah, try to keep it like a bit of a personal touch and professional at the same time.
Yeah, and the same with Dark Territories. I mean, when we first found you, we were watching you. We go, "These are great. Why aren't you on TV? Why aren't you on proper television?" Between the three of you, because
to be fair, I don't think I'm not. It's not a direction we kind of thought of. We just wanted to, as passion. Comes from the heart. We just love making the stuff, and we didn't really kind of think about that kind of area. But
like when we started out, I guess like most investigators, I mean, I'll get onto what yourself, Jamie, in a moment, but we didn't really. I mean, I didn't believe in ghosts, but there were some interesting ghost programs on TV at the time, and I thought. I knew that you were interested in like filmmaking, camera stuff,
right?
But you hadn't done a lot yourself at that point, had you? When we first started, because I knew you had an interest, I got you on board, and I was just like, dude, let's go out there and just see if we can find anything, if there's any truth to it all. And we were just hooked on the first show we ever did, weren't we? It was just crazy things happening.
Holy.
Yeah, and I've got to ask because you made me think. Then is You live quite a distance away, Sean.
I do.
I don't know where you live, Carl. I think you just live in
all over.
Empty houses everywhere.
All over the place. I've got 10 homes at the moment.
Actually, I think you just live in your car. But how did you all meet up? Because obviously you're all a distance away from each other. How did you actually meet up?
So I met Owen. God, how many years ago has that been now?
I think it was like 2005.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think I was about 12 actually when I met.
Which is really weird, right? Because I'm much older. But we got to explain. We were playing this online game, Star Wars online game.
Yeah.
Still doesn't sound much better at this point.
Does it? And sounds all wrong. But we just kind of
connected.
Next question.
No, let's get into this.
We've always, we look back and it sounds stupid, but we kind of feel like it was destiny that we were meant to meet then, and how we just kind of clicked. And the weird thing is, we have stayed in touch since I was 12 playing games to the point where we are now.
Yeah.
What kept us in contact over all them years? We stopped playing games, yet we still were in touch.
Yeah. I mean, we hadn't met up for forever, and then all of a sudden we decided to let's do a show, and then we kind of met up, and obviously he was a lot older, so
this is getting weird.
But this is the thing, it was just really weird, wasn't it? It was just how
it feels like
friendship just
it was just meant to be, like it was on a set path.
Yeah. And did you start off first without Carl? Or
yes, we did, and we met some fantastic people along our journey, and then we
developed with them.
That's it.
When we started out, we were complete amateurs, weren't we? Some of our first videos, absolutely shocking. But
and then Carl was on our radar because some of the stuff he was doing, I thought was really good.
Bit of a rival, to be honest. But
is that what it was?
Yeah.
So it was you.
That's it.
We just got in contact with you, didn't we?
If you can't beat them, join them. Nah. What it was with Carl, we started talking about Poole Park. So that's obviously a location. Carl probably got you on the map, didn't it, big time? And when you started doing a lot of Poole Park videos, people love that location because it is so iconic. I knew you were the go-to person for that, and it was somewhere I really wanted to investigate. So I got in touch. Carl, do you want to come tell us some things about the place? And we never actually got round to doing it, but we made contact from that point. So
because I don't think I spoke to you for like a good few months after that, and all the things I was saying to you, what's potential happens. I think you end up saying like, I've been feeling like depressed and not in a good place at the moment, for a good quite some time after you visited that place. And that's exactly what happens to multiple people who go to that location, including myself, and I've documented for many years that place. But how did it start now? Because I think I was having a bit of a bad patch at some point, wasn't I?
I think with the YouTube. I think YouTube was having problems, wasn't it? It was slowing down big time.
I think
with viewings, and it just wasn't really. You were just getting into a point where you thought, is it worth doing anymore?
I was literally gonna just get off it completely. I was just like, you know what, forget YouTube. I'm done with this kind of stuff. But it's hard work, you're dedicating all your time into this for other people's pleasure, basically, whilst at the same time trying to make a living at the same time. And I just got to a point, I was like, nah. And then obviously, we just started speaking. That was it then, wasn't it?
That's it. I was like, dude, do not jack it in. The experience you've got, you've done so well. Just have a break. Come join with us. And
Carl, don't listen to him, because I was in here on my own interviewing him, and he was going, just carry on, Jamie. So don't listen to Sean Kenna. Listen to Sean Owen. He seems to be the one with the knowledge.
That's probably sound advice.
That's the one.
But no, it's great because you work perfectly together. I mean, your videos out there, Dark Territory on YouTube. It's fantastic. It really is. They've even done Mill Street Barracks, so I've got to drop that in, haven't I? I'm advertising you, so I've got to advertise Mill Street as well.
That's it. And we did get some really interesting stuff, didn't we? At Mill Street?
Did, yeah.
I can't remember if we actually spoke about that much when I was interviewing with you before. We perhaps touched on it a bit.
I think we touched on it about the shadows and things, what you got down in the what we call the shooting range, or the firing range.
It seemed to be the most active area, but there was definitely, I think on about 4 or 5 occasions, I mean, we didn't even hear some of them, but a distinct male voice that was over us. That was building up to, obviously we did that Ouija board session,
With Thomas the Tank.
That's it. And I think now is a good opportunity for us to actually voice that a little bit, because we've had a little bit of criticism about that Ouija board session.
Yeah.
Now, the three of us, we're not really people that, well, people have gathered this, that we know what we're doing with a Ouija board. We haven't got a clue.
No.
No. But it's something we wanted to just try out, because we're very equipment based. You know, we like our sciencey stuff, but we're open minded. We're open to try anything. So we thought, we saw that table down there in the middle of that rifle range. We thought, you know what, let's give it a go. And I mean, what was your thoughts, lads, on the Ouija board itself? Did it make you be any more inclined to believing in it? Carl shaking his head.
It's just not one for me, man. It's like I used one on the documentary, the Aleister Crowley documentary, and nothing really happened at all. Apart from the table got moved, but I've always, never really believed in it, because it's you can subconsciously move him. And I used to go on paid events, ghost hunting events and things like that, and you see them all come out of the woodwork kind of thing.
Allegedly.
No offense, you know what I mean? But they're like,
what you mean.
Oh, it's moving, and it's just like, mate, I've just been watching you do that for about half an hour, and then all of a sudden they get possessed, and all that. It's just not for me personally.
It's an easy way to get excited on a quiet ghost hunt. That's how I see it. And for us as well, the important thing is, I don't want to discredit anyone else's beliefs, because some people have amazing experiences with Ouija boards. Like I say, just our style. We like to be more scientific with it, but we're making a visual show for people to watch. And if the three of us have our hands on the evidence, it's not really evidence for me. How do people know we're not pushing it? Even if, like Carl said, subconsciously, even if we don't think we are, we need to try and get things that aren't affected by us. So that's really why we've never done it before, but we wanted to give it a go. But yeah, we did get a little bit silly with it towards the end.
Well, Carl was the one what tended to be a bit more twitchy. Everything seems to happen to Carl, doesn't it? Whether it's because he's out and about more than anybody, and he's sensitive to it. But I've noticed that with you, Carl, is you when you were here, you were affected here. Then when you were in Ancient Ramin, you were affected there, and you always seem to be affected on your own shows anyway.
Yeah, it's a weird one, because I don't know what Owen was doing then, but
I think he was going to headbutt you then.
It's a strange one, because when I first started doing it, I never really used to get anything as such, and it's like, I think a year to 2 years using the spirit box, then my name starts coming through, my full name, and I'm like, well, how is this possible? And it's just kind of gradually built up, and I've become more sensitive to it. But I think I've always had some kind of sensitive level to it, because the reason why I do the paranormal now is because my mum's house was haunted for years and years, and we was all affected to the point we had to get a priest in. Now, I'm not religious or anything like that. We had to get an open arms spiritual church from the Methodist church, I think it was, to come in and bless the house. And nothing, all the creepy stuff that was happening, affecting us all, stopped. And it just was like, well, how is that even possible? So it's kind of led me on this mad journey just to like investigate and try and find out answers. And I've just become more sensitive to it, I suppose. Yeah, and get a bit excited at the same time when something minute happens, like something says on the spirit box related. I'm like, oh my god, did you just hear that? Because it is generally exciting. And when it kicks off, I absolutely love it, and scared at the same time.
We did the graveyard, and we had friends of ours down, and they used the what you call the spirit box. And I'm always a bit uncertain about them, with it being radio waves. You always think, is it you're catching a word and you're trying to put it together that you're there. But this night we were there, we were asking it, we was there, and it said, do you know where we are? And we actually heard the word graveyard. So it makes you think then, did that actually say that, or am I imagining it? But when we listened back to it again, it was clear. It was really clear.
We have had incredible things with the spirit box. When I first bought one, I was really sceptical. But over the years, it's probably the main piece of kit that we've gone to, just because of the results you can get.
Yeah.
Sure, it might pick up some radio interference, but because they sweep so quickly, you're never on a station long enough to receive, more than a noise. Never mind words, and for it to be in the same voice over a few words, it kind of rules out radio for me. Yeah. I mean, for that reason, I always tend to, because obviously you can program your spirit box what sweep rate it works on. I always go on quite a fast rate just to eliminate that chance of radio.
Yeah.
Plus, it's going backwards as well, isn't it? So it's just not like tuning onto anything as such.
Exactly.
It's elimination. Process elimination going backwards.
But saying that, Carl, I don't know whether you knew that there was you know the Beatles. Everyone knows the Beatles, obviously, but they had a record, and if you played it backwards, it actually said Paul is dead, and it's played backwards. I can't remember the name of the song, but that's well known. Now, if you go online and find it, you can actually hear it. Because they started saying that the Paul McCartney who's out now was an imposter, allegedly, you know, but who knows? I mean, who knows whether it was just because it was going backwards, the words are mingled. It's like anagrams, isn't it? We were talking about anagrams earlier on before we came on.
It's like sound pareidolia kind of thing, isn't it? You know,
which of course you have got to be careful of when using a spirit box. Yeah.
And Sean, you're sitting there quietly there, and you know you're the technical side of it. You know, with the recordings and that. When you're behind the camera and you're recording, do you see things on the camera what they don't see? Do you understand what I mean?
Do you mean ghosts?
Yeah. Oh, all right, smarty.
I think that was his Sean Connery voice there.
What was that? Was
Bit
it?
of a Bond fan.
Easy answer. No.
Well,
not
light anomalies. And
I mean, I have, I guess, but you know, look, I haven't seen any full apparitions because you know I'd bolt if I did probably. But
not if they change you to the gate, they won't.
Yeah, true. But no, I don't see anything really that's you know been like holy, you know.
The closest things we've had. More shadow forms, aren't they?
Yeah.
Like here, and when we did the Ancient Ram many years ago, where we did see what we think was the cat that haunts the ram. A lot.
That was amazing. That was amazing.
It was like we're in a black, dark room, no lights on, and if you picture the bishop's room, it's got 3 beds in it, hasn't it? So me and Owen were on the outer beds. You guys just
I just heard that.
What was it?
I've got headphones on, but did you guys
hear it through that?
It was like a voice.
there was a man's voice.
There you go.
Really loud. Was it like a shout? What did you?
It sounded like
a distant shout, wasn't it?
Exactly. Yeah. This is what we get, and this is why I won't interview on my own, Sean.
Anymore. Can I just go and have a little look outside? Because that was like...
Yeah, feel free. I'll talk to these two. Yeah, you just go, Sean. We'll just carry on recording. That's what I did when Sean was on. But I'll just leave him to call out. Yeah. But this is what happens, you know. I mean, you've heard it then. Now, hopefully the microphones have picked that up as well, because I heard it in my ear. Yeah. But this is what happens here. The night I was interviewing Sean, I mean, obviously, you went around. Sean, have you just been laughing? I thought he was laughing out then.
Really?
Seriously, I thought you were laughing. That's why I stopped.
No, I didn't hear that out here.
That was in my headphones. I just did ha ha ha, really laugh. I thought it was you laughing out there.
I only said hello twice.
Seriously, it's you. Whenever I get you on this radio show, something happens. I'm just glad that yous are all here and I'm not on my own. Seriously, but where were we up to then before that happened? I've totally lost it, but I'm not cutting it out, so I'm not going to cut this because this is what we want, you know. But you heard that then, and all 4 of us did. Jonathan, you're sitting in the corner quietly there. Did you hear it? Where did you hear it from then?
I thought it was from up there.
Outside. Right.
We get it all the time.
Yeah, this is what we get. You know, it shows that it's around. Something's around again.
I thought it was like a man went like, "Oi." But
no, I just did you?
Yeah, I definitely heard it.
Yeah, and then while you were out there, I was just about to talk to them, and I could hear laughing, and I thought it was you laughing outside. Then,
no, you didn't.
Hopefully, this has recorded it. I'm hoping so. Anyway,
do you want to do a little bit of a call out? I know this is a bit.
Should we just do it while we're here with the headphones on and everything else?
If we are picking it up, because I definitely heard it through these headphones.
Okay, go on then. I'll go for it.
Go for it.
If there's anybody here with us now, can you hear us? Can you see us? If you can you make another sound? Was that you making the noise? Tell you what we'll do. I will call now. See the cap all on the table there. Just switch it on and put it on that unit behind Sean.
The what? Please.
Yeah, is that one coming on? Just put it on there and see if it goes off again like we did last week. I'm going to ask again if there's anybody here with us now. Anyone who can hear us or see us. Can you come forward, please? We don't mean you any harm. We just want to be noticed. Come on, come and talk to us. Come on, make a sound. But there's a set of headphones there.
See, I'm hearing things. What?
Yeah, I'm hearing like taps. Yeah, I can hear them. Sorry, Sean, there's not the headphones. Sorry.
It's all good.
I'm going to ask again if there's somebody here.
Yeah, there's something then.
Yeah.
That's sounded behind me like a little murmur.
Outside.
I want to say like a more female voice that time. Soft.
Are you here with us? Do you want to talk to us? Are you using our energies? Can you make a sound? Are you listening to us? Can you open the door? Can you come in? We're inviting you in. Would you like to join in? Well, we were talking about this building before that happened. We were actually talking about what happened here, weren't we?
We did touch on it. I think I was talking about the ancient ram cat, wasn't I?
That's right. Yeah, you was.
Yeah.
Well, should we go back to that and then see what happens? Just keep a listen out.
It's always the way, isn't it? Like, as soon as you go quiet and listen for it, they'll shut up.
Yeah.
Tend to talk over voices.
Well, I'm hoping that we picked that up on the recordings here, which was quite good. So we all heard that, didn't we? Clearly,
the first one was really prominent. Yeah. So I was just. So this cat, we're in a dark room, and it was like we were both looking at each other, and it went in between us on the middle bed, but it was like it was blacker than black. It was like an inky form that just shot really quickly. And there is that. It's meant to be a cat that is seen there. You say you've seen that as well, Carl? Or
yeah, I've pretty much seen exactly the same thing. And I said to Nat, I was like, "Oh my god, there's a cat in here," and that was that was some time ago. But my mate Dan's recently been last year, and he generally thought there was a cat in there, and he was literally like going, "Come here, come here." I'm like, Andrew, there's a cat in here. He's like, "There's no cat in here, mate." But there's actually a dead cat in the actual case itself.
Yeah.
What was found in the bishop's room behind the wall.
Yeah.
And it is a sign of they used to do it back in the day to warn off evil spirits.
Yeah.
To, putting animals in the wall.
Yeah.
So to speak. So
it is creepy, and as you know yourselves, the ancient ram is really, really strange. I mean, there was a part where I think you were in the hallway upstairs, and the door opened on its own.
Yeah. We tried to debunk it, didn't we? But it was one of them. Like we couldn't.
And we also picked up an EVP of a cat on the bed, didn't we?
Yeah.
Very faint sort of meow. It was amazing. It was just like holy. We heard it, didn't we?
Well, you guys heard it, didn't you? So yeah,
you can hear it on.
The strangest thing, what happened to me was when we were down there. Did you go in the big barn? It's absolutely heaving with stuff on one side. It's just like full of stuff.
Briefly, it's not somewhere we've really spent time in at the Ram, to be honest.
Yeah, we went in there, and there was 4 of us in there, and we went to the far end, and there was like a table there at that time, and we had a couple of chairs. We were sitting there, and I was calling out as I do, and we could see sparks down the end where the entrance to the door was, and I thought, oh, there's an electric plug there. Maybe it's a bit iffy, and the sparks are going like that. So I just called out, just the way you do, and that. And the next minute, my chair started to shake, but I could feel it shaking and me shaking with it. And I said, look, there's no need to do that. Stop it. We're trying to be respectful to you. I want you to be respectful to us. And the chair stopped. Now, there was a girl sitting next to me called Kerry, and it started again, but this time it started to get shaking more. So I said, Kerry, just put your hand on the chair quick. And she put her hand on the chair, and it was like really shaking. So we asked it to stop again. It stopped again, but the next time it got quite a violent shake. So I said, stop. I said, wherever you are, stop it, but it wouldn't. And the next minute, there was a mist at the end, and the mist come right up as if it was right in front of me. And at the time, it looked like a face. And then it just disappeared and that. And I just turned around and went, right, that's it, let's stop. We need to have a break here. Now, that time we went with another group and we had to abandon the investigation that night because there was just too much happening, not just in the barn, but in other places. Now, one of the girls gave out a really curdling scream, and when we ran round to see if she was all right, she was pure white. She said something felt as if it was wrapping round the legs, and that was right at the entrance to the barn where I was seeing the flashing lights. So, yeah, I've had the experiences there. I didn't have anything up in the bishop's room or in what they call the witch's room or nothing like that. But you could also go up into the loft.
Yeah,
now, I don't know whether it's in the attic, and in the attic, you go up the stairs, don't you? And then there's a room to your right and a room to your left. And the one on the right, it looked like there was a mirror there at one time with the cross and the candles on it. As soon as you went in that room, you felt really uncomfortable. Whether it was the psychological side of it, seeing it creepy and that. We thought we saw a shadow in there. We don't know whether it was just our movement or nothing like that. But yet, the Ancient Ram is a really good place to go to.
I think there's just so many layers to that place. It's got so much bad history, hasn't it?
Oh, yeah. I mean, you've got the child's grave in one room. You've got the bar area, which looked with the fireplace. That's really creepy there. You got the crow what's hanging on in the corner there. It's really creepy place. And if you think about it, it's 1,500 years old, so there's got to be something there.
Those walls have seen the worst of humanity, as we've progressed over the years. If you think what the human race was like back then when it was first built, we're barbaric. Yeah.
If walls could talk, that place could, probably have a novel on the place, really.
Oh, definitely.
And credit to John who kept the place going, which was fantastic. Yeah. But going back to Dark Territory, you're here tonight. And you've got new equipment, haven't you? Can you tell us a little bit about the equipment, what you're going to be using on the new shows?
Yeah, so we've, like I say, we've been looking at refining. I mean, a lot of the stuff is more of the production side, but we have got some new paranormal toys as well. Have you ever heard of an Alice box?
No.
Okay, nor had I. But I've got a new SLS camera, but within that, it's got an Alice box built in. So it's another form of ITC. Like a spirit box, but using environmental factors to produce a word, a bit like the Ovilus device, which a lot more people know about, which I have used in the past as well. But yeah, some people seem to get really good results with it. So again, open for trying it.
Oh yeah. And are you going to try them out later on? Are you? Yeah.
Definitely, yeah. So we'll see what we get on that.
Yeah. So we'll be recording that later on, won't we, for the show anyway? So that'll be on the following week.
Yes.
Because we're doing a Dark Territory special. And Dark Arts, okay. I just caught him in the corner of my eye.
Evils. But yeah, so we'll have an investigation with yourself, Jamie, and let's see what Mill Street delivers.
So, what are you looking forward to tonight down here?
Well, it'd be interesting if we see that shadow. I mean, I never saw it. You guys did. Yeah. And obviously, Jamie, you and your team, you've seen that. So if that's there again, if there's male voices, I mean, we want to do some lone vigils this time as well. So I'm kind of hoping that doesn't happen on the lone vigil, but we'll see.
Well, whoever's doing the lone vigil can take that and record it for us.
Yeah, that's fine. But just thinking what else we've got really. Like I say, a lot of it is more stepping up the production.
Yeah, which is uninteresting to a lot of people.
No, it's interesting to a lot of people because it's nice to know the backgrounds of the shows as well, because obviously they see the full show on YouTube, but they don't see what goes on behind the scenes. And it's nice to, I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing what goes on behind the scenes, because last time you were here, we just kept out your way and just let you do what you wanted to do.
Sure.
And it was nice to not know what went on in the show and then watch it on YouTube and see what happened to you. It was really good. So tonight I'm looking forward to actually seeing behind the scenes and recording the investigations, because we're going to do an investigation as well, which will be great fun. But I'm just letting you run loose and do what you want to do, and we're just going to record it. So the most important person I've got to think of is Carl is swearing.
Yes.
Tonight you're just going to have to go, oh dear.
Hold on.
Yeah. I might have to give him a kick every time he does. But to be fair, it's not just Carl. That is something we've highlighted from season 1. We do swear a lot.
Don't worry, we'll bleep it.
Okay.
We'll bleep it, don't worry.
Help it. It's just, when something kicks off, the first thing you just go to is a swear word.
So next week's show is going to be bleep, bleep, bleep.
Yeah.
That's just Carl.
Yeah.
So yeah, what I'll do is we'll let you go now and let you get set up. And I'd like to thank Sean Kenna, Sean Owen, and Karl Hassall for coming in. Karl Hassall from Dark Art, and the three of you from Dark Territory.
Thank you very much for having us.
Thank you.
While we're doing this, we could go and listen to him. Go and watch them on YouTube. Dark Territory is a fantastic show, and so is Dark Arts. Just go and watch them and enjoy them. But when this radio show goes out, you better listen to this first. Isn't that right? Absolutely. So between 8 p.m. and 10 p.m. on a Monday night, and 8 p.m. and 10 p.m. this Sunday as well, that's when you can't watch it. Do you agree with that?
But you're also uploading to YouTube as well, aren't you, Jamie?
I am, yes. We're uploading it to YouTube.
But will that be a bit of a wait until that comes live, do you think?
We're trying to get them on as soon as we can now. We're just trying to get all the background stuff doing. We're just waiting for me. This is payback because I've had to go to them for getting YouTube being too slow on the YouTube stuff.
Right.
So they're all going on it. And the shows are 2 hours long. People, somebody was saying to us, we'll cut them in half. No, we don't want to cut them in half. Just go out there and enjoy it. Especially yours, because yours is, I don't even know how long we've been going now. I think nearly an hour.
Right.
So how was that?
It's good to listen to. I said I've listened to all of them so far. I mean, YouTube's an easier platform for me when I'm at work. I just put my headphones in. So I've listened to all your shows on YouTube. Whereas catching your shows on the timings on radio can be a bit trickier. So I think it's definitely a good thing that you're doing the YouTube route.
Yeah. But what's nice with it all, sorry Carl, what's nice with it all is this actual show goes out 6 times a week. So that's not bad, is it? Twice in the evenings, and then the other times it goes out in the early hours of the morning for abroad, and we're getting a really good response from them all, so it's fantastic.
Brilliant.
Yeah, sorry. I thought I heard something a second ago, like a boom.
Oh, I missed it.
Yeah, no, that's what I was like, pointing.
Oh, I thought you were telling me to get out.
Yeah, just get out.
Yeah. So, Sean and Carl, thanks very much for doing this little bit of an interview. So, should we head off now and start doing our little bits? Okay.
Yeah.
So, thank you so much for you both, for three of you for being in here tonight. And let's go and finish the recordings for next week's show.
Sounds good.
Cool.
Okay,
so
thank you.
Find.
Yeah,
thank you very much. Thank you. So that was Sean Kenna, Sean Owen, and Karl Hassall from Dark Territory, and also Dark Arts there. What a great interview that was with them lads, eh?
Absolutely brilliant.
I can't wait to do the paranormal investigation with them for the next week's show. It's going to be a brilliant Dark Territory special.
It really is.
Full 2-hour show.
Don't miss it.
Yeah. Be a few bleeps in it.
There could be. You never know.
We did say to Carl, didn't we, about us swearing, and he's a few bleeps in it.
I wasn't going to mention no names, but yeah, Carl.
Yeah, and his bros. Yeah, he's going to kill us when he listens to this, you know.
Well, I look forward to watching.
Fantastic.
Well,
absolutely, yeah. Yeah, it'd be good to listen to for you, because you've not heard it yet, have you?
I've not heard it yet.
No, because we pre-recorded before you even got here.
Is that Sunday or Monday night? When's it going out?
Both nights.
Well, there
both
we are.
nights,
Let us know then.
Yeah, both nights, so everyone can listen to it.
Brilliant.
Yeah. But how nice are they?
Absolutely, aren't they lovely?
Brilliant. Love the shows, love the people, and they're really nice friends. Nice to have them as friends as well, you know.
Really nice.
So, and Marie's only just met him for the first time as well before the show. Yeah.
I thought that I knew him though, and I realised it's because I watch him on YouTube.
On YouTube,
it's true.
Because they actually said, "Haven't we met these before?"
Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? How you watch
coming in your house, don't they? Sort of thing.
It is though, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think that's it's just how they come across on YouTube, isn't it? Especially Carl's. Dark Arts.
Yeah, they're laid back.
There's just like you're actually like there with them type thing.
It is funny though. It's funny how you know when like you just said then, because you're watching them on YouTube all the time.
Yeah.
And if you haven't watched them, it's Dark Territories channel, TV channel, and also Dark Arts channel. Yeah. Must watch. Absolutely superb. Yeah. Watch the one from Mill Street. It's good. just saying. But yeah, they were fantastic, and you know we're pre-recording an investigation with them, aren't we? Which I'm really looking forward to doing, because you weren't here, Marie, because you only came You only came to do the show with us, you know, where we'd done an interview earlier on with them. Yeah. While we were in the studio, we were getting sounds, we were getting voices and that. So
already.
Yeah. So. Yes. Yeah, listening to that one, Marie, you'll love it. Listening, you'll be listening in, because we're recording now and you'll be listening to it.
I will.
Gets so complicated, doesn't it? Yeah. So you'll be listening in when I'm listening in. So we'll be listening to our show.
Oh my gosh. Okay, Jamie, I think we get it.
I love complicating things, don't I?
Oh, where'd you get them from?
Oh, don't know. No idea.
Yeah,
the look of evil then.
Oh my.
Look of evil. Oh, you two have had it.
Anyway.
John, if it wasn't because I wasn't scared coming in here, I'd kick you off the show. I wouldn't really.
You love it, really.
I do.
You love
Listen, if I wasn't
in
insulted, I'd be wondering what's going on.
Well, that's it. Where's them posters, Jamie?
What posters?
YouTube posters.
Yeah, like you were saying, John. In the process, I've done 2. You've got them coming up. There's 2 new. There's 2 new shows coming up very, very soon,
on
isn't
YouTube.
there?
Yes,
On
they'll
YouTube.
They'll be coming out tomorrow.
Yeah. So you'll be able to listen to Access Paranormal
Radio
podcast
on YouTube.
On YouTube, along with Dark Territories YouTube channel, and along with Dark Arts YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Not bad. I've got to do that because they've been absolutely brilliant with us tonight. So I've got to give them a really good plug.
Really.
And also, if you want to come on the show, you can contact us at info.accessparanormal. No, I'm wrong, aren't I? I can tell. Hold on, let me have a look.
That's so funny.
Oh, no. Listen, just go onto our Facebook page, Access Paranormal Radio Podcast, and get us on there because I can't remember the email address.
Is it getting a bit late for you now?
Or get us on Instagram.
I'm just itching to go out now because we're going out to pre-record next week's Paranormal Investigation.
I know.
So, I can't remember the email address. I'm going to have it on the wall. We keep saying we're going to put them on the wall. We haven't, have we?
I know. Well, you can message us on Instagram.
Anyway, listen.
Instagram or Facebook.
Instagram or Facebook. We've got to go now anyway because it's the end of the show. But what I'd like to do is like to thank Dark Territory for coming in. That's Sean Kenna, Sean Owen, and Karl Hassall, and also Sean from Dark Arts. Karl from Dark Arts.
Yeah,
I got that wrong again, didn't I? Anyway. It's time to say goodnight, and I'd like to thank Jonathan and Marie for coming into the studio with us here. And we'd like you to see you next week, and stay safe, and we'll be back again same time next week. Good night.